Welcome to the Morning Walk Podcast. With each engaging, entertaining, and eclectic episode, along with a few special guests, we'll explore the ever-changing world of television, streaming series, films, and even current events. Because we're open-minded and embrace a diverse audience, the entertainment factor is over the top. And now your host, Mr. Unstoppable, aka Mr. Make It Happen, Don Gregory, with special guest, Belle Landis.
Hey, this is Don again. Before we start the show, I just wanted to say a big thank you to everybody who has supported me, who has sent me text messages, reached out to me over social media, called me, giving ideas and support, saying, hey, I'll do the podcast with you if you like. You know, I really do appreciate that. I appreciate any kind of support that I get in a really positive way. In the meantime, if you could just, like these videos, subscribe, just so we can keep going. We know what we're doing, you guys like. Thanks again, and on with the show. You know what I was sitting here thinking? I could tell I know I'm getting fucking old. Cause I felt like going out there earlier chasing somebody with a stick, right? I'm gonna tell you why, cause it's this guy. He comes through the neighborhood every now and then, right? And he has like an old piece of shit car, right? And what he did was he put what you call a cherry bomb on the muffler, and what it does is it makes your car sound like Fast and the Furious, like, but it's really not. Your car is not fast and it's not furious. Your car ain't been furious since 1980 something.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, it's a whole piece of shit. Like, I'm looking at it like it's a number of things you could have did to that car, and this is the first thing you did was find a way to make it make more noise than it already probably would on its own. As a matter of fact, you probably masking the noise.
Making it sound worse.
Yeah. Trying to make it sound good when you know that shit's fucked up. But anyway,
like putting perfume on Dookie.
Yeah, lipstick on a pig. But I was thinking to myself like, Don, you need to chill the fuck out, man. You're getting old.
He said he wanted to chase him with
a stick, like, get out of here. You just making so much noise.
Oh shit.
Because what happens is like when you're not used to it, you let's say you in the city and you hear it all the time, the car,
right.
But I go long periods of time without hearing a lot of outside noise. Now I ain't saying I don't hear no outside noise. That's not what I'm saying to you. What I'm saying is like, I go long periods of time. It might be like say you might hear something going by now, right? But then I won't hear nothing for like 4 or 5 hours. Then I might hear something, and then especially like on the weekends, late at night, evening hours, you don't hear nothing. But when that guy comes through, it's just like you can tell when somebody don't appreciate peace because they don't have it themselves.
Right.
So wherever he lives, he probably got the hustle and the bustle and the noise and the bullshit wherever he's living.
Right.
So this got wind of the story, right? Apparently, it had been going on for some time now, but I just got wind of it recently, and it's one of those court cases I probably would have watched if I had knew that it was on court TV or whatever that is now. So, make a long.
First, though, at 5, former Florida State and Cardinal Newman High School football player Travis Rudolph is behind bars charged with murder.
WPTV News Channel 5's Tanya Rogers is live in our studio tonight with more on our top story. Tanya.
Well, Jay and Kelly, Rudolph is in jail without bond and is set to make his first appearance in front of a judge tomorrow. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office says Rudolph is accused of shooting at 4 people after a fight broke out late last night in Lake Park. Now, 1 person died, another was injured, and 2 others were not injured. Now, Rudolph made headlines on and off the field. In 2016, the then FSU player was on a visit to a Tallahassee elementary school when he sat down and had lunch with a boy who was sitting alone. The moment went viral.
Story short, this guy's named Travis Rudolph. He's an ex-NFL player. He used to play for the Giants. He played for Miami, and he also went to Florida State. So he was dealing with this girl that he met, and he was dealing with her on and off for about a year and a half. I think this happened back in, I think it was 2021, something like that. So he's dealing with her, on and off. And I guess they, and somehow, in some way, they decided to try to give it a go, right? So one day, she's over his house, and I don't know if it was Valentine's Day. I don't really know about what day it was and all of that, but make a long story short, they had got into it. And I think it probably contributed to the drinking, because he had took her out to get her some Patron or something like that. They had a couple of shots of Patron, and they come back to the house. So at the time, his mother was, because he lives with his mother. This is Travis. He lives with his mother and his brother. His mother was at Bible study. His brother had took off to have his car detailed. So the brother comes back and he like, yo, I guess he was like, yo, I want you to check out the car or whatever. So he like, cool. He left the girl alone in the bedroom with his phone. So he goes out, he check whatever. When he gets back, she got his phone. She like, who is this? Who is that? Because he done been texting with other Jones. But remember, he's an NFL player. So who is this? Who is that? Who is I don't know, who is Betty? And he was like, Betty? He was like, yeah. So she went on and FaceTimed the girl and pointed the phone at him so that to see what kind of conversation they was going to have. But it really didn't amount to nothing. And the girl, he wound up just hanging up and then going from there. It kind of took off. Again, she wound up breaking his cell phone. And then the fight wound up going outside, coming back inside, and going back outside again. So during the course of the time when the fight, the first time they had been out, wound up outside, the brother locked them out. And they was outside arguing, whatever the case may be. As they were trying to make their way back in the house, the brother opened up the door, and Travis said something to the effect like, yeah, I'm trying to get out of here, or get this girl away from me, this bitch tripping, something like that. That set her off. She started hitting them, she started punching them, it's all on ring camera too, hitting them all about the back of the head and all that other shit. Then they wind up going back outside. She tried to break his car window. She done broke his cell phone, tried to break his car window. Wind up, the brother and Travis grabbed her, got the brick away from her. She claims, even though all this stuff is on video, and from when I was watching what I saw on TV, on YouTube, she claimed that he at some point picked up and slammed on the ground twice. But it's not on camera. He might have did it, he allegedly did it, I don't know. Picked up, slammed on the ground twice. Now, she's gone. She goes to her car, and she starts texting people. Starts texting her brother. Her brother, he texts somebody. At one point in time, she texts her brother, come shoot his shit up. Now, when you tell somebody, come shoot their shit up, when you using the word, come shoot their shit up, is a very broad phrase, right? It means shoot them, shoot the house up, shoot the car up, come shoot his shit up. Whatever it is to me, and this is what it means to me. Whatever is important to him, come shoot that shit the fuck up. So he gets on the phone, so she's talking to her brother over text. Then eventually she wound up calling him. She's crying, she's upset. He did this, he disrespected me, he cried, he slammed me on the ground, he did this, he did that. And like I know, you get a call from your sister, and she's saying that stuff. You don't think, because some people don't know their peoples. Like sometimes these is women. Sometimes women do dumb shit. They'll get themselves involved in something and then want to call you to bail them out, or it's just something that really could have just, if you just wait, cooler heads would have prevailed. But she called her brother. Then her brother, even her on and off by that texting, her brother said something to the effect of like dead man walking. So her brother get his crew. Wind up coming over to the man's house with 4 guys. They knock on the door. The brother, DJ, he winds up going out first. All you hear in the video, where's Travis? Where's Travis? So what they didn't know is that Travis had his weapon, right? But he left it out. He left it on the couch because he was under the state of mind that, and I believe him, that's why I'm saying it from this point of view. He was at a state of mind that, let me see if we can talk this out. So when he came outside, he was like, "What's up?" And he said before he even got to before he got to the second word up, somebody sucker punched him. Wow, right? You know, now the fight is on, and it's four of them, two of the brothers, back and forth, back and forth. Mom is even in it. She like, you know, that he didn't think it was gonna go nowhere because Mom Dukes was there. She came back from Bible study. He thinking Mom Dukes there, these cats ain't gonna do nothing. You know, they gonna respect. They didn't. They start scrapping. Him, you know, it's 2-on-4. Sometimes it'd be 3-on-1, 1-on-1. But him and his brother was constantly at a disadvantage. And a lot of people think, you know, he's an NFL player. He would have the advantage. No, he's a wide receiver, first of all. Secondly, he ain't a fighter. He's an NFL player. So, you know, it doesn't no guarantee that, you know, he's going to win this fight.
Right.
So, and some of this I'm cutting through just to shorten it up a little bit. So he winds up down the street. His brother ran down the street at somebody or something. I don't know, because they're fighting. So he goes down the street. He goes back into the house. From what I understand, okay, I've heard, you know, on YouTube and some media outlets, they said it was an AR he came back with. In the when I was watching the court case, he said he had a handgun. I don't know which one it was. I believe it was the AR, because even his lawyer, because I'll tell you, I'll get to it in a minute. I don't want to overstep the story. So his brother's now down the street fighting two guys by himself, right? He makes his way, but the way he tells the story on the stand is like it was a handgun. So from what I understand, he makes his way down the street to where his brother is with his weapon, whatever it was. As this is going on, the two individuals that was roughing up his brother go to the car and they mounting up now. They getting their weapons out. And apparently they pointed the gun at him. And when he pointed the gun at him, he fucked them niggas up. Yeah, he shot him up a bunch of times. And the way that even his own lawyer said it, he's like, why did you shoot him up? Why did you shoot it so many times? He said, I shot until I didn't feel like they was a threat anymore.
That sounds logical. And
not just that, it was multiple times when he had an opportunity to shoot him. His lawyer was asking him, like, at one point in time, he was getting his mom in the house because his mom was talking to one of the bad guys, and he was like, "Come on, mom, just go in the house." And the lawyer was like, "Why you didn't shoot him then?" And he was like, "Because at the time he wasn't a threat to me. We just talking. I'm trying to get my mom in the house." And his lawyer asked him that a few times, like, "Why didn't you just shoot him then?" He said, "Because he wasn't a threat to me." But once they got down the street and them guys was in the cars, they stuck the guns out the window. That's when everything went loose. That's when everything went south. So he wound up shooting. Killing her brother, critically injuring another guy, and like two. I guess it was the other two. They didn't get none of that. So getting back to this woman that he's seeing that he's going through this, you know, for this. I think her name is Dominique Jones. He's going through this with her. Come to find out, this woman been married she's been married this whole time. Been cheating on her husband with this ex-NFL player. Right? She and one of the catalysts to the argument apparently is that he didn't go, meaning Travis didn't go hard enough on Valentine's Day for her. Now I heard somebody say it. I'm gonna say it too. What do you think you should get on Valentine's Day when you married from your side dude? You shouldn't get nothing. You should get whatever your husband give you. That's it. I heard somebody else say when she called her brother should have called the husband. Was like, we gotta get your wife out of some trouble here. Come on down. Yeah. So
wow, got your brother killed.
Over nothing. Another sad thing. I heard the question asked was like, would you stay with your wife after you found this out? Because she didn't get a divorce till like this happened in 2021. It was like he done shot her brother. He in jail. She didn't get a divorce. Her divorce wasn't final till like 2 months after everything happened. So she was saying, and then she never told him. She said it on the stand. She was like, I never told him, because she said something to the effect like, I didn't think it was my place or some cap like that. Never told him this all this time. And I like to know, where was your husband at when he was running the streets with a whole nother dude? Like, not that like it's his fault or nothing like that, but where you at? Like, how was she getting out the house? She got some hella game. Because how was you getting out the house and nobody, you've been out the house a lot, like if your wife going out, let's say she going out, and she, she working or something, it's like she got time to go to work, go do her nails, do her hair, go shopping, something like that. But then at a certain point in time, it's like, you've been gone a little bit too much. Like, what's going on? Or maybe he knew and he didn't care. I don't know. But she got divorced 2 months after the fact. And the question I was going to overstepping here was, would you stay with her after you found out that she did all of this?
Fuck no. Who would? No. I ain't still that nasty bitch. No. And she should get some time for what happened to her brother.
Yeah. Cause
she instigated that shit. That's a felony. You was a part of that. Somebody lost their life, whether they're your partner or the opposite side. You still have to go to jail. That's the law.
That's what I thought. I thought in most states, and I could be wrong, but I thought in most states, if you were the cause of somebody getting killed, even if you didn't do it yourself, you were the cause, you get the time too. Even if it's like, say it's a drive-by or a robbery or something like that, and they was supposed to go in, get the money, and leave, but somebody wind up getting killed, and you was just the getaway driver. You supposed to get it too.
Time. Yep, I've seen it on First Square. I see my crime show. That's just like you hiring your brother to kill the dude.
Yeah,
you gotta get some time, bitch.
And she deleted the text too. But what she didn't think was
they could get it back.
No, it's once the thought enters your mind and you let it come out through your Twitter fingers, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. Like, that's it. It's out in cyberspace forever. It's somewhere.
Exactly.
It's probably somewhere. From what I understand, somehow, some way, is either kept like on a phone company servers or something like that, or it's kept somewhere on your phone. Even when you delete it, it's kept.
And the
somewhere.
police have the technology out of it. Yeah. I watch it on my criminal shows all the time. Yeah, they deleted the text. But we took it to our crime analysts, and they pulled up all the texts between the wife and her lover to kill her husband. Like, yep.
So,
yep, dummies.
Yeah, pretty much. So now, of course, he was arrested, prosecuted, and he just was recently found not guilty, and was
good.
Yeah,
Good.
This happened but what I saw, like I was watching on Court TV. It's not Court TV. I forget what it's called. It comes on YouTube. I forget exactly the name of it. But it comes on, and just his testimony, everything that was said, the way he said it, the way he delivered it, I didn't even believe that the boy was on that.
A lot of emotion spilling over today at the Palm Beach County Courthouse. The state saying they don't agree with the jury's verdict. The defense team and Rudolph's family saying they couldn't be happier.
Your life is in 12 jurors' hands. That's a scary feeling. So definitely was nervous, and we definitely pray a lot. We have unwavering faith. So
Travis Rudolph cleared on the first-degree murder and 3 first-degree attempted murder charges against him. The case stems back to a deadly shooting in April 2021 after an argument with Rudolph's alleged girlfriend. Rudolph says more than anything, he looks forward to his life getting back to normal.
And I could tell, and I could be wrong, but sometimes when a woman is used to hitting you, she'll keep hitting you. And I'm not saying like be no brute. I'm not saying be, put your hands on a woman. I'm not saying to do anything negative like that. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, if she's getting away with it, she's used to hitting you, popping you, you get into an argument, that's the first thing she go to is the hands, and it's allowed, they're gonna keep doing it, and a lot of times it's gonna get out of hand. And again, I'm not saying put your hands on her, I ain't saying do that. I'm just saying when that happens, it's time to go. Like just like it with a man, like if a man, like say we reverse those roles, and a man was popping her the way she was popping him on that ring camera, the woman has her back turned, and he just popped her in the head 3-4 times, boom, 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 boom. you going to jail.
Right.
It's on camera too. You going to jail. It ain't, this whole thing is over. The brothers never get called because the cops came and you done got locked up. But what I didn't like is that she didn't have enough respect for him or herself to even just tell Travis that she got a whole husband. Why you just didn't say you got a husband? Like, you should get him, let people know what's coming down the pipe. He could find out about this and he might come for you.
Right.
Like, why not say that?
Right.
Why not say that to him?
Yeah, it was all about it was all about her.
Yeah, and that was a problem. Even, and Denise, I need to tell you, when she was on the stand, her attitude was bad. She didn't even feel like she didn't come across like she was mourning the loss of her brother or nothing.
Right.
She was more about just defending herself, and somebody get like she's backed into a corner, and they're asking her stuff like, "Didn't you say you was gonna shoot his shit up? Didn't you send a text saying shoot his shit up?" She just kept the lawyer just kept Travis's lawyer just kept asking her that. Didn't you say? And then at one point during the questioning, she was like, "I'm trying to answer your question. If you just let me answer it." When somebody could get outside themselves like that, it's not a good look, especially in front of a jury. That's why he had, and on top of all of that, they in Florida. It's the Wild Wild West out there. You go to somebody's house on some nonsense if you want to. You can set yourself up for that.
That's why he got not found guilty. Yeah. I would have found him not guilty too. Yeah. First of all, y'all came to this nigga house.
Right.
You just gonna bully his house?
Right.
No, fuck no. That's bullying. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Right.
But if somebody come to your house, you would do, fuck you gonna do that? Come to my house and then fight me in my house. Like, fuck I don't do.
Yeah.
Disrespect my mama coming home from church?
Right. Right.
Dude, you definitely gotta be like smashed. You have to be, because you wanted this.
Yeah.
You was a gangster. Everybody gangster till they ain't. Now one of them dead and the other one's fucked up. Yeah. And the other two traumatized for life. Bet you won't do that shit no more.
Nah, it was a bad move anyway. Like, not that I should be giving out the blueprint for it, but if you have an issue with somebody, I think it's best. First of all, you should have just did the one-on-one thing. You came 4-2. You made sure because she told him the layout. It's just him and his brother in there. But I don't think she truly told him the layout. She didn't tell him everything, because he would have knew that the man got something way more powerful than you, because they was in the car and still got took out. Still got dealt with. I don't know what he had. He either had like a high capacity magazine handgun, or he had the AR like they were saying. I don't know, because he had something that stopped them, because whatever he was firing wasn't enough to, because I was watching another video, just quick sidebar. I was watching another video, and this guy was like a ex-Ranger or ex-Marine or something like that, and he said that a handgun is the worst thing you can have in a firefight. He was like, he said he carried around 14 clips. He was in like Iraq or something, and he said he carried around 14 clips with his rifle, and it was times that he even ran out of ammo using it. So if that man, which is kind of sort of like just seeming like maybe he did have an AR, because the way they made it seem like he shot that car up. I think they said he shot it. It was 40 rounds in that car. So he definitely, if that's the case, because all of this is alleged, if he did that, yeah, he definitely had an AR. But like I said, when he was on the stand, it sounded like he said handgun. But and all of this over a married woman, and then I don't even know what else to say about that, man. That's terrible. This whole thing was terrible. Them young men lost their life over something their sister did.
Yeah.
And she don't even care. She gonna
exactly.
She gonna be around. She's around now. She gonna be giving herself to somebody else. Probably go find another married man. But the good thing is, I think now, from what I understand, he had, during the course of this relationship with this woman, he had got hurt, so he couldn't even play in NFL anymore. But he was rehabbing, so I think he got a contract in Canada. He might be able to still play in Canada.
Okay.
So if he did, that's good for him, man. That's good for him. Yeah.
It's what it is. I'm happy that they got let go. Good for them, man.
Yeah.
That was a justified kill. You did what you had to do. So he was a threat to your family. Fuck that.
Yeah, pretty much. And he said that throughout his testimony. He was like, I was concerned about my brother's life, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you can't come to nobody's house on that. And it's sad because those guys, they had weapons. I don't even understand how with them having weapons, I don't even understand how he gets prosecuted. Sometimes I think they do it to set an example so that everybody just won't think they can do what they want to do. Because if 4 deep come to the house, like I'll give you an example. If they came to his house 4 deep, he would have his weapon on him, and when he stepped out, they punched him in the face. He pulled his weapon and started letting loose. I don't think he would have. I don't even think it's a question. Like, he is not going to. Nobody's doing anything. That's self-defense. Because the way they got the what was it? Trayvon Martin. Don't know if it's true or not, but according to the coward that killed him, Trayvon was getting the best of him. Even though he started it, Trayvon was getting the best of him. That's how he shot him. That's how he wound up getting off. So if that can happen, you come out your crib and somebody just sock you. Yeah, it's self-defense. You can't sock people. Just like I saw another story when this old man, I told you about this, but I'll tell you again real quick. There's an older gentleman who was in the movie theater trying to watch a movie. Another man, younger than him, was doing stuff with his phone, had the light shining, and the old man went and got somebody, like the usher or something like that. And the two wound up having words. I think the old man stood up and the young guy socked him, boom, set him back down in the chair. Instead of the OG standing back up, he just pulled out his weapon, pop, pop, pop. Shot the dude dead, shot him dead, and shot his wife on accident, right? He got off.
Yeah, yes, he should.
Got off. You can't be.
He should. Yeah, as he should.
You can't be doing that. We don't even live in that world anymore. You know, I mean, no. I'm not saying like the old man was wrong. No, he wasn't.
Oh yeah.
But what I'm saying is that you can't. We don't live in that world anymore. Like you stepping to people, punching people in the face, all of that. That's over with. We do not live in that time. We don't live in that place. We did. That was in the 80s and the 90s. Now people don't want to fight you. That's the last thing on their mind is fighting you. That's it. That's why it ain't even good to step to people. When you got kids and things that you're responsible for, it's best to walk away.
Yeah.
I ain't saying let nobody smack you or nothing or beat you up. I ain't saying that. But I'm saying don't even engage in the situation. Just I'm done. You see it going left, go ahead, or just call the cops because they get paid to deal with the tough guys. The guys that your mom say, guys who are really tough is either dead or in jail. They get paid to deal with those guys, not you.
Right, exactly. Until they job. Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Thanks for listening in while we explore the vast world of entertainment and current affairs. And with just a simple click to subscribe, you'll be invited back to hear just what topic is in the queue. See you next time.